Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray, and we are here to jump into episode 11 of Pit Babe. So, it's been a little bit since I watched episode 10. Last episode, we had the death of Charlie in the accident that was foretold by Jeff. He seemingly died on the table, and the powers that he had siphoned from Babe returned to Babe, and that's how Babe knew that he was dead. And so he went through a whole grieving process. There was a whole thing. Okay. We also are about to get into, I think, the final run. God, what is the dad's name? Babe's dad. Babe's adoptive, whatever, kidnapper. He's getting increasingly frustrated by things not going to plan, and is very much gearing up, I think, for another run at the racing team, for whatever reason. I'm just like, yo, you could have run up in that garage and killed all of them along before this. What are we waiting for? You're a literal human trafficker. You could... Anyway, whatever. We're here for the last 3 episodes. Let's jump in. All right, yeah, we had this emotional scene with Dean, etc., etc.
เบบกินยาก่อนไหวปะแจ้งตำรวจเรียบร้อยใช่ไหมผมเอาหลักฐานทุกอย่างให้ตำรวจตรวจสอบแล้วครับอีกไม่นานก็คงรู้ว่าใช่อุปกรณ์ที่พี่ดีนใช้ทำลายรถพี่ชายลีจริงไหมแล้วพอจะเจออะไรอย่างอื่นที่เชื่อมโยงมันกับโทนี่ได้ปะ
Tony, that was his name. Jesus.
มีแค่เบอร์โทรออกที่พี่ดีนโทรคุยกับใครบางคนแต่มันระบุไปไม่ถึงตัวโทนี่หรอกครับพวกนั้นเขาเปลี่ยนเบอร์ไปถึงไหนแล้ว
Sorry, I just can't get over him trying to rape Babe. I'm sorry, this, every time I see him, I just see a rapist. I'm sorry. I can't be invested in his relationship. It was, woo. And they have not done anything to make me, I don't know, feel more complex feelings for him. Look, sorry.
ทุกอย่างเปลี่ยนแปลงได้ตลอดเวลาวันหนึ่งคุณอาจไม่เชื่อในสิ่งเดิมอีกต่อไปแล้วแล้วก็ได้รับรู้ถึงสิ่งที่เรียกว่าครอบครัว
Instead,
ซึ่งพวกเขาจะไม่มีวันทิ้งผมเหมือนพ่อแม่
To be fair, okay, I know I said all of that, but to be fair, I do have complex feelings about them because they are all victims of literal human trafficking, okay? They are all victims of Tony. Every single one of these guys,
แต่สุดท้ายทุกอย่างก็เป็นแค่ผลประโยชน์
It's all, a lot of their choices
ผมก็เคยรู้สึกเหมือนคุณ
have been fueled by their past experiences.
ผมรู้ดีว่าป่าทำได้แค่ไหนเพื่อให้ได้ประโยชน์ที่เขาต้องการผมจึงตั้งใจออกมาเพื่อที่จะกลับไปถอนรากถอนโคนวงจรอุบาทที่ป่าทำให้หมดไป
จากวงในแจ้งมาว่าอีกไม่นานนี้คุณโทนี่ประธานมูลนิธิตระกูลเฉินก็จะจัดงานการกุศลเพื่อระดมทุนช่วยเหลือเด็กๆอีกครั้งแล้วนะคะแม้ทั้งหล่อรวยอบอุ่นขนาดนี้สาวๆในโซเชียลต่างยกให้เป็นสามีแห่งชาติไปแล้วค่ะ
The husband of the nation. He's a whole human trafficker.
พี่เบฟ
Just the worst piece of
ดีขึ้น
shit.
แล้วเหรอไม่พักอีกหน่อยวะ
ดีขึ้นแล้วพี่แค่นี้ผมไม่ตายหรอกผมต้องส่งไอ้โทนี่ไปลงนรกให้ได้ก่อน
ไอ้หนูเอาด้วยเปล่าครับผมเอาด้วย
Him
แต่
being
ตอนนี้พวก
shifty.
เราต้องหาหลักฐาน
Like he ate Charlie's little brother. What are we doing here? He's so sus. Is he with Who is he with? Oh no, he's with oh no, never mind. A completely new character. Got it. I thought they were gonna reveal that he was with other dude. This is his dad. This is no. Sorry, it's not his dad. I was sorry, not his dad, but I mean, I thought for a second that it was going to end up being Babe's dad, but no, it's not.
ชาดีเป็นไงบ้างครับ เราต้องเร่งมือแล้วนะครับ แล้วสถานการณ์ตอนนี้เป็นไงบ้างอะก็เป็นไปตามแผนของเรา
Question. What part do we think is the lie? Do we think that it's just a lie that he died? I mean, he was injured. Very clearly, he's recovering. So, very possible that he died on the table and that's why the powers went back. Or do we think from the beginning he lied about having to die in order for the powers to go back? Do we think that actually he has the ability to take and give back powers according to his own will and set up this whole thing so that he could eventually fake his own death and Babe would think it was real because the powers went back to him? Because Charlie's low-key, high-key, a lying liar who lies this entire series, right? Like, he's spent more time grifting than he has telling the truth, for sure. So, what part of his story is the lie?
ป่าคลั่งมากที่พี่ตายอ่ะให้เคนตะควานหาเด็กแอลฟาใหม่จนทั่วไปหมด ส่วนทีม X Hunter ก็เพิ่งจับได้ว่าพี่ดีนเป็นนอนบอนไส้ตอนนี้ทุกคนเลยย้ายมานอนที่บ้านพี่อลันกันหมดทั้งพี่เบฟพี่นอตพี่โซนิกรวมถึงคิมด้วยแล้วพี่เบฟเสียใจมากไหม
He literally just said that.
พี่ตายไปต่อหน้าต่อตาพี่เบฟเลยนะ
Right? Like,
ไม่เขาเสียใจได้
sir,
ไง
you really put him through the
คงต้องใช้
fucking
เวลาอีก
ringer
สักพัก
this entire
ก
series.
ว่าเขาจะทำใจได้อะผมรู้นะว่าพี่เองก็เสียใจไม่แพ้กัน
No.
แต่ลืมสิ
Sorry. No, he is not just as sad. Like, no. He is, like, the harm that he is putting Babe through.
เพราะคนที่เสนอแผนนี้ขึ้นมาก็คือพี่เองนะ
I mean, we got to see it
พี่
through
ก็
to the
รู้
end,
ว่า
but
พี่เบฟจะเป็นยังไง
they'll be like, no, you're just sad that you're apart from him. He thinks that you are fucking dead.
When
That
he-
you burned in a car wreck.
คุณก็รู้ตัวดีไม่ใช่เหรอว่าคุณเป็นนักแข่งที่เก่งกว่าชาลีมากแค่ไหน
Okay. So
ถ้าคุณคิดว่าสิ่งที่คุณเจออยู่มันยุ
Tony
ติธรรม
thinks
แล้วเนี่ย
that it's just the
ผมก็
brick
คงช่วยอะไรคุ
line
ณไม่
that
ได้
went wrong, and obviously they went through and fucked up
คุณกล้า
another
ขอ
part
เรีย
of
ก
the
ทวงความ
car
ยุติธร
to
รม
make
ให้
the
ตัวเอง
wreck
ไหมล่ะ
even worse.
เอ็ดอะคุณต้องให้ผมลงแข่งในทีมเลสซิ่งด้วยนะ
Sure. You're not gonna be the fall guy or anything, sir. Everything's absolutely going to be okay for you.
แกก็เข้าใจนี่ว่าชีวิตที่มีพลังพิเศษสำหรับชาลีก็คือการตกนรกทั้งเป็น ฉันเคยพลาดไปครั้งหนึ่งแล้ว ที่เชื่อว่าพลังพิเศษจะทำให้ชีวิตทุกคนดีขึ้น ฉันยอมถอยและปล่อยมือจากคนที่สำคัญที่สุดในชีวิต โดยที่ไม่รู้เลยว่าพลังแบบนั้นจะทำให้เขาตกอยู่ในอันตรายแค่ไหน
Is that his dad?
ครั้งนี้ฉันไม่ยอมพลาดอีกแล้ว
Is that Babe's dad?
ถ้าพี่พาเด็กนั่นไปรักษาต่อที่บ้า
No,
น
Babe's dad was different.
Well,
It's
they
been a
didn't do it
while
to
since
Dave,
we
is it?
saw the flashbacks of the dad. So forgive me if I do not remember what that guy looked like. But it might be. Pause. I'm just gonna look. Alright, so I did look up the previous episode or whatever. It is his dad.
นี่แหละพี่
Okay. My instinct was right. The first guess was right. It is his dad.
ฉันหาซื้อยาที่เขาแอบทดลองกันมาได้แล้ว
I So did Pop give, like, let Tony adopt his kid because he thought that Tony was going to give him a better life and, like, be able to care for him as an alpha with special powers, etc., and it's only later that he found out that actually he was running a human trafficking ring.
พี่เป็นไงบ้างเนี่ย
And so he's just been working to try and find a way to take Tony down this whole time. Is that what we're going to find out? The spotlight on the the product placement. Gotta get that money somehow.
แกก็รู้ไม่ใช่เหรอว่าพลังพิเศษพวกนั้นอ่ะมันเป็นคำสาปของพวกเรา2 คนแค่ไหนอ่ะ
ถ้าพี่พอใจก็ดีแล้ว
Is it
แต่เราไม่รู้หรอก
permanently
ว่า
gone?
ยานี้จะทำให้พลังพิเศษของพี่อ่ะ
Yeah,
หายไป
okay.
เลยหรือระงับแค่ชั่วคราว
เอ้านี่แกใช้เป็นหนูทดลองเหรอเนี่ย
ลุงเองก็คงอยากปกป้องใครบางคนที่สำคัญกับลุง เหมือนพี่อ่ะ พี่กับ
It's
ผ
the
ม
same person?
ก็เลยต้องยอมเป็นหนูทดลองให้ลุงเขาไปก่อน
So, has he been trying to find a way
ไม่สำคัญหรอก
to completely get rid of
ขอแค่ว่า
people's
ยาเนี่ย
powers? I mean,
มัน
I
กำจัด
don't.
พวก
To be honest, I mean, I get it. Some people don't want their powers anymore, and that's fine. But I'm also like, you know, I mean, is the answer to further alter, you know, the kids who are being exploited, or is the answer to fucking get rid of the people who keep trying to exploit them? You know.
พวกพลังพิเศษนั้นได้
I mean, it's good to have the choice, though. So there's
แต่ให้
that.
ฉันฉีดสักกี่เข็มอ่ะฉันก็ยอมเป็นหนูทดลองหมดแหละ
ตอนแรกคิดว่าถ้าพี่ไม่กล้า ผมว่าจะอาสาซะหน่อย
But I don't think it takes away their, you know, ABO-ness. Like, I don't think he's suddenly gonna not be an alpha. I think it's just the special abilities part. So he'll just be like a regular alpha, etc. Yeah, I know they're lingering so that they could do an ad for the car, but that felt like that car was about to blow up. Like, whenever you linger on a car like that, it's the middle of the night, they're getting in the car, yada, 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 it feels like it's going to explode.
หายไปไหนมาทั้งคืน บ้านช่องมีไม่รู้จะกลับ
จริงๆ ผมไม่ได้กลับบ้านตัวเอง ผมกลับบ้านลุง
แล้วกูก็ไม่ได้จีบใครมาเป็นปีแล้วนะเว้ย
That's not
แถ
that
มอายุ
long,
มึง
but okay.
ห่างกันเป็นรอบอีก
That's
ก็
something.
อย่างว่าเนาะโคแก่ๆเนี่ยเวลาจะมีหญ้าอ่อนให้กิน มันดันไม่มั่นใจใส่
ไอ้
น
น
อ
อ
ต
ต
อุ้ยลุงผมแซวเล่นเฉย
What a saying.
ๆเฮ้ย ลุงเอางี้ ผมไปคิดแผนให้ลุงมาละ
ทำตัวหนุ่มๆทำตัวหนุ่ม
Yeah, they have like what, a
Who got
10-year
who
gap, something like that? Close to 10 years of a gap. Oh, dang. God. 3 product placements in the first half hour? Oof. Every 10 minutes or so? Not even?
พามาพักก่อน
มาครับ
I certainly
Don't tell me
enjoy
around.
roller skating more than fucking ice skating. God
มาหา
damn,
ผม
I'm
ถึง
terrible
ที่
at
นี่
ice skating.
มีอะไร
I nearly cut my
ไหน
finger
บอกว่า
off one
มี
time
เรื่อง
when I
สำ
was
คัญ
ice
จะคุยกับผม
skating.
ไม่ใช่เหรอ
Oof, never
แล้ว
again.
ไม่สนใจคำตอบเรื่องเด็กอลันแล้วเหรอ
I like might break an arm, you know, roller skating, but
ไม่สนใจแล้ว ต่อให้แกปฏิเสธฉัน100 รอบอะฉันก็จะตื้อถามแกรอบที่101อยู่ดี
that's not necessarily a good
ฉัน
thing.
ไม่ได้
though.
ต้องการเด็กอลัน ฉันต้องการแก
That was a better confession. Ooh, he really liked that.
ฉันต้องการคนที่ดื้อ ปากแข็ง คนที่ฉันพูดอะไรไปก็ไม่ฟังสักอย่าง
All right. Ooh, a little couple's bracelet. They should name their kid AJ. Can he have kids? He might be able to have kids. I don't know.
ไม่หนีแล้วได้ไหม
Actually, don't know.
การจะคบใครสักคนเป็นแฟนอะมันไม่ได้มีอะไรน่ากลัวอย่างที่แกคิดไว้เลยนะ
ความรักก็จะกลายเป็นความเหนื่อย จากคนรัก
Has he dated before and he had that experience with like a previous, lover, where it didn't work out because he kept seeing their future, and they got like super frustrated.
ก็จะกลายเป็นภาระ
It became a burden.
ผมยินดีที่จะเป็นเด็กที่ไม่มีใครต้องการ
ฉันไม่สนนะ ว่าแกจะเห็นอนาคตอะไรของฉัน เพราะอนาคตของฉัน
I know they have to kind of stand really still and awkward because they can't move too much on these fucking roller skates. But at the same time, they're both just kind of standing there. I kind of wish they'd had this conversation like sitting down so they didn't have to be so stiff. Or it may just be, like a weird, just, weird take.
ฉันยกให้แกได้
Oh, that's so cute. Hold up. Wait. That was so cute. I wasn't expecting that. Wow. Okay. Oh, we're gonna get a love scene between them. Okay. This music.
เราไม่คิดจะทำความรู้จักกันอีกหน่อยเหรอ
เอ้า
This music, y'all. It's kind of taking me out of the scene. What is happening? I feel like I'm in an 80s sci-fi film or something. Alright. Is this the meetup between Pete and Babe? Or are we about to jump him out of nowhere? What's about to happen?
พีทนี่เคนตะนะลูก ต่อไปนี้ป๋าจะให้เคนตะมาเป็นเพื่อนเล่นของพีทนะครับ ไปเล่นกันให้สนุกนะ
เคนตาไปเล่นบอลยิงสนามตรงนู้นกันไหมใช่เหรอ ถ้าป๋าดูอ่ะเดี๋ยวเราช่วย โอเคไหมโอเค
Yeah. He got left behind. So obviously he's not alpha. Is he, beta, omega, enigma?
สิ่ง
What
ที่
is
มึง
he?
กำลังจะทำ
Or none of the above? If
มัน
he's
ทำร้าย
just a
ป๋า
regular human?
กูยอมให้มึงทำแบบนั้นไม่ได้
แต่ป่าเฮี้ยขนาดนั้นอ่ะ มึงยังเข้าข้างอีกเหรอวะ
ป๋าคือคนที่ให้ชีวิตกูทำให้คนอย่างกูมีตัวตน กูหักหลังทุกคนได้
Brainwashing is
แต่
deep
กูหั
on
กหลั
this
งป๋า
one.
ไม่ได้วะ
I mean, so be it. You made your choice, bud. It's tough. It's gotta be tough to leave an environment like that. And I get it. I get it. Yeah, I don't think Ken is gonna make it out of this series, y'all. They've been kind of
คุณหาหลักฐาน
foreshadowing
เพื่อจะเอา
that
ผิดโทนี่
he's
มานานแค่ไหน
gonna
แล้ว
die for a while.
คุณพอจะรู้อะไรเกี่ยวกับมันบ้างอะ
เพราะเราไม่มีหลักฐานว่าโทนี่รับเงิน หรือสิ่งของเพื่อเป็นการตอบแทนจากการส่งเด็กพวกนี้พวกเศรษฐีรับอุปการะ
งั้นแปลว่าถ้าเราหาหลักฐานว่าไอ้โทนี่เนี่ย มันรับเงินหรือว่าทรัพย์สินจากพวกเศรษฐีพวกนั้นเป็นค่าตอบแทน เราพอจะฟ้องมาทางกฎหมายได้ไหม
ก็ได้
เหมือนพวกเราเจอทางตันอีกแล้ว
It's the way they just repeated like the basic information of an investigation and was like, this is the most profound conversation. It's like, what? So you're saying we need evidence to convict him? I'm telling you. This show. Who would have thought?
ผมคิดว่าเรื่องนี้เรายังพอมีทางอยู่ ถ้าเราเข้าหาคนให้ถูก แต่คุณอาจจะไม่ค่อยพอใจเท่าไหร่
The red team? Oh, way. Got it. Because he was all in there.
ถ้าเป็นในเวผมไม่เอาด้วยหรอก
Yeah, you can handle that. And then tell me what Way says. His new man gonna... no.
ว่าสภาพคุณเวไม่น่าจะไหวแล้ว
Take his keys from him.
รถคุณเวจอดไว้ที่นี่ก่อนก็ได้ เดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้ค่อยเมาเถอะครับ
It's not just about him, you know, hurting himself. He can kill other people.
ไม่ต้องอ่ะแค่เรียกรถ
Drunk
มา
driving
พอ
ain't no joke.
โอเคได้ครับ
Is he gonna die and then Way's gonna come back and find his dead body? Or maybe just injured? Oh no, he's about to die. Ooh! Or is he gonna interrupt? Yeah, we get it. Did he come there, you know, knowing that he's gonna lose the fight and hoping to die? He's been kind of low-key, very much, you know, giving vibes of, you know, suicidal ideation. He absolutely has.
เอา
มึงดันกูอ่ะ
เอาก็คุณเหนื่อยอะเตะบอลกับมึงทีไรเหนื่อยตลอด
One of them ain't making it out of this scene.
เอาจริงๆนะกูว่าตีแบตดีกว่าสนปะ
สน มาดิ
เจออะไรพรุ่งนี้
This wig they got on this man. It's not a bad wig though. I've seen worse. Let's say that. Or maybe they shot these scenes early and then gave him a haircut for the rest of the series. Oh, okay. So he's in love with him. Okay. Got it. He does not feel the same way. Oof. Sorry. Or were they a thing? Or he didn't stay to find out. He ran off. Got it. That felt like a shorter episode. I think it actually was a shorter episode. So yeah, no. All of that felt very much like, ooh, we're teeing up the finale. We're getting everybody into place. Obviously, we have confirmation that Charlie isn't dead. You know, obviously. So I don't think anybody believed that. Other than Babe, who's going, you know, going fucking through it right now. Like, he does not deserve this. Listen, if anything, I feel the worst for Babe. Babe has just been used and abused and lied to, gaslit. Like, He can't catch a break from his enemies and from his friends, by the way. Like, just betrayal after betrayal. Like, I need, if there's one thing I want out of this, I want Tony dead, and I want Babe to, like, be free. Like, cause what the hell? We also had, Jeff and Unc and Alan, finally, finalized their back and forth, and now they're together, and they had a whole, they consummated their relationship, etc., etc. I really like their bracelets. That was so cute. I think that was like my favorite part of their scenes was those bracelets locking together. Other than that, it was kind of more the same. They're a little, listen, those actors are a little bit awkward together. I think they maybe needed some more time to workshop. But they're a little, and I couldn't tell if they were a bit stiff just because of, the directing or the acting or what, but yeah, they're a little awkward together. That's all I'll say about it. We also got Ken, a little bit of backstory on Ken, and how he feels about Pete, and just Tony in general, his lot in life, and I don't know. I don't think he's gonna make it out of this, guys. It's not looking good for him. And he's been kind of on a slow spiral this entire series. Like, everything that could possibly go wrong has gone wrong for him. He can't please his pops, his evil pops. He can't please none of his brothers, none of his like his the people who are in the same boat as him. He can't make a decision on whether to leave, even though he very clearly wants to. But he feels lost, and everything's out of control. Like, he's been spiraling for a while. So I think maybe next episode might be his last. Yeah, it's about to be messy. But what's more compelling, him dying there or Pete dying there? I kind of don't want either one of them to die, but probably Pete dying, because then all of the information that he has and the power that he has would be gone. And so then the rest would have to rely on their own ability in order to take down Tony, rather than using, all of his money. But then again, I don't want either one of them to die. They're both like victims of this despicable person. So I definitely, don't want, narratively, how about this? Because I'm of two minds. Narratively, it would make sense for one of them to die there, because it would be a bit of a hindrance for either side of this conflict, right? So narratively, it would make sense for either Pete or Ken to die, and either one of those could present obstacles for the other, as well as for their respective sides. But, as a person, I don't want either of them to die, because I want them to be free of Tony and his, disgusting whole organization. Like, I need them to survive. But sometimes not everybody survives in a story like this, So it is what it is. All right, we'll go ahead and leave it there. Not much here. Oh, no, sorry. I do want to talk a little bit about Babe's dad. Actually, I don't want to talk that much about it, but because I said everything during the episode, but yeah, so what was the deal? So I guess he thought, he was destitute, and I wonder if he knows yet, but I'm pretty sure that Tony orchestrated the collapse of his company, the loss of his business, right? In order to set up a situation where they were homeless, and then he could come and swoop in as if he's benevolent and say, hey, I'm gonna take care of your kid, and basically grift his way into getting Babe. So I think maybe instead of it being, because earlier in the series I had wondered if Babe's dad had maliciously sold his child off for money, but now I'm thinking no, he just thought that Babe would have a better life with Tony, and he, you know, bought into Tony's whole like you know, benevolent benefactor, whatever persona, his whole like, you know, father of the people vibe that he's putting out to the public. He might have just bought into that and said, you know, go ahead and take Babe because I can't handle, not only am I homeless, but I can't handle the fact that you know, I have to take care of him when he's an alpha, and not just a regular alpha, but a special alpha with special abilities. You know, I don't have what it takes to take care of him, you know. And, you know, because he was in such a vulnerable state, Tony, of course, took advantage of the father in that way. Yeah, I think that's probably what happened. And then, of course, after that happened, he realized exactly what he'd done with his son, and decided to try and do his best to take Tony down from the shadows. But I do think that maybe he's just not aware of Babe escaping and, you know, living on his own. But like, Babe is actually fairly famous. Like, he's fairly famous, and the feud between Babe and they talked about Babe. Charlie and Jeff talked about Babe in front of him, so he knows who that is. Like, he knows he's out there. So he could have gone to see him, but maybe he just felt ashamed or something, and too guilty to talk to him yet, you know. So I guess we'll see. We shall see. All right, we'll go ahead and leave it there. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Go on over to Patreon if you're interested in full length. If not, stay here, because I'm releasing another one next week. I'll see you guys then. Bye.
Whatever, all this ever, but you long gone.